San Antonio Spurs were great. They were barely Texas's team. They weren't that interesting. Yeah. So I think Kansas City is America's team. I would say Green Bay is second. And I'll tell you this, I think people out east don't understand this. I would say the Niners are third. If you go to an NFL game where the Niners, anywhere west of the Mississippi, are playing, the stadium is like 35% Niner fans.
Green Bay is a bit of a reach.
You think so?
Jordan Love walked into a Starbucks in your town. Does anybody know who he is?
I'd buy him a latte and say, young man, I've got your back.
Stop throwing interceptions. All right, next story. It's interesting you mentioned Bobby Slowick, potentially for the Cowboys, because a crazy story just popped up. Reportedly, C.J. Stroud and his former offensive coordinator, Bobby Slowick, got into an altercation.
What?
During the pre-draft process, according to Lance Zierlein. Here he is telling the story.
Bobby Slowick is trying to tell him some stuff, and CJ just says, oh, yeah, I know that we call this, whatever it be, at Ohio State. Maybe it happened a couple times, and Bobby just kind of jumped him and said, I don't give a what you called Ohio State. Bobby kind of got in his face about it, you know. CJ's not one to back down at all. But CJ jumped up and got back in his face, and it was very contentious. It had to be kind of broken up. When CJ went to his next draft meeting, I talked to the team where CJ went. They said, we asked CJ how his last visit went, which was Houston. He said, terrible. CJ's whole crew did not want him to go to Houston.
Wow. That is interesting. CJ's whole crew didn't want him to go there. So Bobby didn't get along with CJ Stroud.
That's before he was even on the Texans. That's ugly. Slowick, it's going to be tough. Assuming this is Lance Zierlein's credible, assuming this checks out. That's not a good
Lance
look for
later said in the interview they squashed it last year during his rookie season. But it is an interesting.
Listen, behind the scenes, you and I have had some words. You know, we've gone toe to toe, but we squash it like
we never show hands. Or whatever they say. That was sus or mid.
We're lying, of course. We're joking. Stroud and Slowick.
Throwing hands.
Apparently buried the hatchet, and they worked through their problems. But, wow, that's a bit of a surprise.
Well, Slowick got run out of town, so you knew something was up. I mean, if you don't get along with somebody and have a run-in, even if you don't throw hands, and then you squash it and you get along, that stuff never leaves. Guys are petty.
I think it's still back there.
It's still you compartmentalized it, but it's back there.
All right, final story, Colin, is one team still does not have a head coach. That's the New Orleans Saints.
Weird.
Reps for the Saints flew to Philly to interview Kellen Moore for the second time. Mike McCarthy was a front runner, but it seems like maybe he's out of the running. What is happening in New Orleans? Holy cow. Kellen Moore?
He's fine.
I thought he had a good game against the Washington.
I think he's.
It's like hand the ball off.
You know what's happening now? This is what's happening. And I'm talking to a GM last night. Is that the reality is, even the Raiders, who are not a big revenue team, they're paying currently 3 GMs and 4 coaches because they've had some new people come in ownership spots. So the reality is, these owners now, it doesn't matter. They're going to roll the dice on somebody young and hot, and if that person doesn't work in 2 years, they write them a $42 million check and move on and get a new staff.
I don't know. You moved down the list of Eagles responsible for them being in the Super Bowl, and I don't even know if Kellen Moore sniffs the top of it, right? It's like Jalen Carter, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley obviously would be number 1, but like Kellen Moore, I don't particularly see it, but maybe other people do.
Yeah, I think it would be a C higher.
Welcome back to the Gingrich Ball State Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield.
Right to left, the shifty guard pulls up straight away, 3, 6 it.
Ball State basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Greg Hubler Automotive.
Left to right in transition, skies, flies, and dunks.
It's time for the Greg Hubler Automotive countdown to tip-off. Now let's go courtside.
Today is a chance at redemption. After a rough loss at NIU, Ball State returns home to Worthen Arena. Redemption also comes in the form of tonight's opponent, Western Michigan. An answered prayer, full court heave won it for the Broncos a year ago, and the Cardinals look to flip the script and turn it around here from Muncie, Indiana. Welcome into the Greg Hubler Countdown to Tip-Off. David Eham, Mick Tidrow on hand with Matt Tuttle back in our network studios from Worthen Arena. David Eham, let's break this one down because Ball State is looking to get back into the swing of things, get back into the win column in any way possible after that loss against Northern Illinois. Why do you see this Ball State team bouncing back today?
Well, look, you're at home, and I think everybody agreed Cardinals had a disappointing effort on the road at Northern Illinois, really let one get away from them. Can't afford to have back-to-back games like that, Mick. They recognize the importance of this game. Not only are you at home, but again, you're taking on a team that is below you in the standings, so another opportunity to create some distance.
And distance they'll try to create it. 3-4 in the Mid-American Conference. Ball State 9-10 overall this season. Western Michigan 5-14 on the year, 2-5 in conference. And you're right, E, this is a pivotal stretch for Ball State, standing at 6th in the Mid-American Conference standings. Kent State and Central Michigan are also at 3-4 with Ball State. Bowling Green, Western Michigan at 2-5. Buffalo, who's Ball State's next opponent's 1-6, as is Northern Illinois. So today a chance to at least stay in the top 6 for Ball State, get a win against a team, like you said, below them in the standings, and move back to 500 both overall and in the Mid-American Conference. As we're looking at Western Michigan, possibly going into today without Owen Lobsinger, one of their best players, 10.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, second best rebounder in the Mid-American Conference. Looks like Lobsinger's not going to go today. He was in street clothes and warm-up. That's a big dynamic shift for this matchup.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Lobsinger averaging 10 and 7. His shooting is a little bit off, but he reminds me a lot of A.J. Clayton. He's a big at 6'9" that can stretch the floor. As we saw against Northern Illinois, Cardinals had a problem, Mick, with bigs that made the Cardinal fives go out and guard on the perimeter. So that helps. But this is a different type of game than Northern Illinois. Western Michigan is 4th in the nation when it comes to scoring inside the arc from two-point land. And so it's going to be a different battle. The one thing that jumps out with this Western team is offensive rebounding. They lead the MAC. They average 14.5 offensive rebounds a game. They don't shoot it all that great, but it's going to be paramount for the Cards to limit those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, we'll have Coach Lewis coming up here on the Greg Keebler Countdown to tip-off. He'll break up some of that matchup, but he had mentioned that Ball State in the last 10 games is 6-4, and in that stretch, they're 110th in offensive efficiency, but in the 300s in defensive efficiency. And some of that comes to play against a team like Western Michigan when you see a team that does so well inside the arc. Western Michigan in wins hits 8 threes a game, so not very many on the high end of the spectrum. When they lose, they only hit 4 threes, so you're getting a law of averages here with this team that doesn't have a very high ceiling from 3. A lot of damage is done inside the three-point line.
Yeah, it is. And the other thing is they like to play fast. It's going to be good preparation for Buffalo on Saturday because they really play with pace.
Also, what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction, we're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sports, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Pay-Per-Go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
We're Indiana Spine Group, now in Muncie. We specialize in treatment of the entire spine. Our interventional pain management physicians and spine surgeons work together to find the root cause of your symptoms, whether it's playing a professional sport or playing with your grandchildren. Our team makes every decision with you and your goals in mind. We are advocates for non-surgical interventions, and we will only recommend surgery if it truly is the best option. To learn more, visit our website at indianaspinegroup.com or call 765-283-0150.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Countdown to tip-off. Ball State's back at home here against Western Michigan inside Worthen Arena from Muncie, Indiana, with head coach Michael Lewis joining us here on the pregame. Coach, appreciate your time here ahead of Western Michigan and Ball State basketball.
It's always great to chat with you, Mick.
Let's talk ball. Let's talk a little ball. Let's talk a little bit about the last couple of days and what the response has been like from this team after the NIU game. How have you seen the guys respond?
Well, we got good kids. They got some character. They're human, so they didn't show up, and that's it's we look at this as a sport and what we try to demand of them. The fact is, 99% of the world can't show up every day and do their job. So we had one of those days. It's very disappointing, but we've got good kids and with, like I said, with good character and they were very solid on Sunday and a good day of preparation yesterday. So, can we carry that over and compete with the effort that it takes to be competitive at this level? We'll see tonight. But I think you're seeing that across the country, man. Like, you're seeing lopsided scores. You're seeing teams go in games that shouldn't be super competitive are, and it just reemphasizes how important the mental approach to the game is.
Coach, looking at Western Michigan, it's a team that's 5-14, 2-5 in the Mid-American Conference. When you turn on the tape from the offensive standpoint, what do you see from them?
Well, let's knock on wood that they don't come in here and shoot it well. It's been an Achilles heel for them. They've got some guys that can make them, and you can't just rely on them to miss. You got to make them miss. So our defense, I was. When you're in these situations, you're pouring through everything, trying to figure out, try to give yourself an edge. And I found an interesting stat in one of these analytics sites that over the past 10 games, which we're 6-4 in the last 10 games, our offense is 110, which would be second in our league because Toledo's been out of their mind over a 10-game stretch offensively. But our defense is 326. And that's really disappointing because defense to me is a lot of heart and effort, and you got to have some physical gifts, but it comes down to a whole lot of want to, and we haven't shown the ability to do that consistently over time.
When you look at Willis on tape for Western Michigan, what do you see?
Oh, he's dynamic. He's dynamic. Probably as good a passer that there is in this league. He can beat you off the bounce. He creates. He's got a high assist number. If they shot it like some of the teams in this league, his assists would be outrageous. But he does a lot of things with the ball in his hands and creates not only for himself but others.
Appreciate you, Coach. We'll chat with you after the game. Good luck today.
All right, thank you.
Head Coach Michael Lewis joining us here on the Greg Hubler Countdown to Tip-Off. We'll have more coming up from Muncie, Ball State, and Western Michigan at the top of the hour on the Cardinals Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
New year, new ways to save at Peterman Brothers. With $1,500 off a new heating and cooling system. And no interest financing up to 36 months. You can even get a tax credit of up to $2,000 for select systems. And save even more with a membership. Just ask about our Peterman Protection Club. If you're ready to save big in 2025, just visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundry, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
We often talk about partnerships, and at Indiana American Water, we serve over 50 communities across the state, and each one of those has a special place in our hearts. One of these long partnerships has been with Muncie, the home of Ball State University, currently in its 107th year. At Indiana American Water, we're now in our 138th year, and we want to say,
Go Cardinals!
Go Cardinals!
Hey, when the Cards win, you win 50% off regular price, any size pizza, any toppings at Papa John's. Offer valid until end of business of the day of a win, by phone or in person only at Marion, Muncie, and Anderson locations. We're back inside Worthen Arena for Ball State basketball, taking on the Western Michigan Broncos. David Eha, Mick Tidrow getting you ready for tip-off with Matt Tuttle back in our network studios. Continue to dive deep into this matchup, E. We talked a little bit about Lobsinger and how the absence from him will play a factor today. And Coach Lewis talked about Chauncey Willis Jr., 15.5 points per game, 6th in the conference. Second in assists at 5.5 per game. When you turn on the tape and you see Willis, I'm curious, what do you see? Because we heard what Coach Lewis thought.
Yeah, the thing I see is he is a two-way player. He's good at both ends. Against Buffalo, he had 6 steals. He rebounds, he assists, he can score. I mean, he is a complete player out there, 6'2", so not a very big guy, but he really gets where he wants with the basketball. And without question, Mick, he missed the first 8 games of this season. So, he's only been in uniform, and it's been a big difference maker, but he's going to need some help tonight. They need other guys to step up. For them to win tonight, they're going to have 3 or 4 at least in double figures.
And when we're looking at Ball State, what matchup do you like in Ball State's favor?
Well, because Lobsinger is out, there is Michigan State. I'm thinking of DJ Stevens. Western Michigan does not go 9 or 10 deep. With Lobsinger out, their bench is very weak. If you can get the ball inside to Peyton Sparks, get their bigs in foul trouble, then you can really go to work. And the other thing that will do, Mick, is negate some of those offensive rebounds.
Hey, Cardinal fans, here's your chance to taste the most delicious donuts on the planet, now sold during games at Ball State events. The Cardinal Donut Combo. Get 2 donuts for just $6. Parlor Donuts on McGalliard in Muncie. Check them out. That's Parlor Donuts. And check out that Cardinal Donut Combo. It's Ball State and Western Michigan. This has been the Greg Hubler Countdown to Tip-Off. See all vehicles for sale at PromiseKept.com. That's PromiseKept.com. You can also visit in Muncie, Greg Hubler Ford and Hyundai, and in Marion, check out Greg Hubler Buick GMC. We'll step aside, come back, starting lineups, and the opening tip here from Worthen Arena. Ball State and Western Michigan next on the Cardinals Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
When it comes to vehicles, the Greg Hubler Auto Group will take care of you. From our big selection of quality new and used vehicles that include the Greg Hubler Promise to our quick lane and quick wash locations that make sure your vehicle runs and looks new. Plus, we have free vehicle delivery anywhere in Indiana. Visit promisekept.com today.
Find out why people prefer to buy from Greg Hubler.
Make 2025 your year of flawless selfies, no filter needed. Achieve your best look with subtle yet significant enhancements at Muncie's leading skin rejuvenation clinic. Revitalize Med Spa is an official partner of Ball State Athletics. Schedule your free consultation and claim your $25 discount off any facial. Plus, get 2 free tickets to any Ball State basketball game just for scheduling a consultation. No purchase necessary. Learn more online at revitalize-med-spa.com. That's revitalize-med-spa.com. Go Cards!
Don't let an injury keep you on the bench. Every injury is unique, just like our patients. Our board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons will create a custom plan to help prevent future injuries. Our Marion Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team will guide you through the healing process. You'll feel confident knowing what to expect before and after treatment. We partner with you to make your recovery a success. You don't have to go far for excellent orthopedic care. Get back in the game with Marion Health.
Destination Muncie is our local visitor center whose mission is to both encourage locals to connect to our vibrant city and make visitors feel at home. By visiting destinationmuncie.org, you can do everything from learning about our great events, businesses, and attractions to planning a corporate or group event, sports tournament, or even a wedding. Destination Muncie is a proud partner of Ball State Sports. Chirp, chirp. DestinationMuncie.org.
When it's time for pizza, Greek's Pizzeria delivers every time. Experience our hand-tossed pizzas and fresh salads made to perfection.
Enjoy our gourmet handmade fresh salads made to order. Every bite is delicious.
Order online, pick it up, or have it delivered at www.greekspizzeria.com.
It's our taste.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
On the Gamebridge Ball State Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield.
Fakes a pass, takes a three.
Thanks for joining us for the Greg Hubler Automotive Countdown to Tip-Off.
Straight away, Trey lets it loose and buries it.
Tip-Off is just moments away. Here's the voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow.
This one feels big for Ball State basketball, hosting Western Michigan here on a Tuesday night from Muncie, Indiana. From Worthen Arena, David Ehan, Mick Tidrow with you. Matt Tuttle's back in our network studios. Let's send it back to Matt for stations to identify themselves across the Cardinals Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
92.5 FM, 1340 AM, and on Alexa, say play WMUN, a whoop boom station. This is the new WMUN Muncie.
Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First, starting off with the Western Michigan Broncos. 5-14 this year, 2-5 in the Mid-American Conference. Under third-year head coach Dwayne Stevens led his Broncos to a 6th place finish in the MAC standings last year. And so far this season, sitting at the number 10 spot, trying to climb. His starting lineup: Donovan Williams, a graduate student guard out of Rockford, Illinois, averaging 8.5 points, 5 rebounds per game. Chauncey Willis Jr., who we talked about a little bit throughout the pregame show, 15.5 points, 5.5 assists, both top 6 in the Mid-American Conference. Along with Javon Hanna, last year was the Mid-American Conference 6th man of the year, has been a big piece of this puzzle for the Broncos. Max Burton, the redshirt sophomore from Williamston, Michigan, 6'10", at 6.5 points, 6 rebounds a game. And Markai Strickland, 11.5 points, and 24 steals to lead the defense for Western Michigan. On the Ball State side, head coach Michael Lewis, third season at the helm of Ball State, starts out with a starting five that we've seen not very much this year. Ethan Britton Watts into the starting lineup today for Ball State, but he has had a hot stretch here. Last 2 games, 14.5 points per game, 7 of 13 field goals from 3, and 11 of 18 total from the field during that 2-game span. Jamari Fathill, third leading scorer in the MAC at 16 points a game. Mickey Pearson Jr.'s last 7 games, 14 points per game. He's in the starting lineup. Juancy Gorosito had 4 threes last game, and Peyton Sparks looking to rebound after just 11 points, 3 rebounds against NIU. That is Ball State's starting lineup, and it goes numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When's the last time you've seen that?
I'm not sure I've ever seen that. That's pretty cool. And look, Ethan Britton Watts deserves this start. You mentioned it. 13.5 points a game the last 3, 9 of his last 20 from deep. He plays good defense. Jeremiah Hernandez is going to come off the bench. Cards need his scoring, but Ethan Britton Watts has been the most consistent player over these last several games.
Hey, right before tip-off, we thank GameBridge, our sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Visit GameBridge.io to grow your money and manage it like never before. That's GameBridge.io. GameBridge, proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Western Michigan, Ball State meeting up for the one and only time this year. No return trip to Kalamazoo for these Mid-American Conference teams. Both teams won on the road last year. Of course, we all know what happened last year in this building between these two teams.
Oh, boy, never forget that.
Right, the one generational type of play there for Western Michigan to win it at the Horn.
So Max Burton in the starting lineup in place of Lobsinger. 6 points a game, 5 rebounds, is not an outside threat. No three-pointers this year. Big deal that Lobsinger's not playing. Let's see if Sparks can take advantage.
Peyton Sparks to the left for Ball State. To the right is Max Burton for Western Michigan. Sparks taps it back to Ethan Britton Watson. Ball State has it on the opening tap, working it left to right. Let's do this from Muncie, Indiana, up here from Worthen Arena. It's Fathill, receives a pass from Sparks at the free throw line right. Jab step right, flips it up and in. And the first shot taken results in 2 points for Ball State.
Western Michigan starts man-to-man. That was a set play. Get the ball to Hill in isolation.
Markai Strickland backing down Mickey Pearson Jr. for Western Michigan on the baseline left. Strickland heaves one up, and it lands home. 2-2, 30 seconds in.
Boy, that's a good matchup. Strickland, 6'8", very athletic. Father Mark played in the NBA for 9 seasons.
Yeah, Miami, Denver, the Nets, the Hawks, and Dallas as Ball State turns it over on the baseline right. Right to left goes Western Michigan. It's Javon Hanna, last year's 6th man of the year in the Mid-American Conference, and he hands it off. Top of the key to Chauncey Willis Jr., the second best assister in the MAC with just over 5 a game. 2-2 game, a minute in. Western Michigan has it top of the key with Strickland standing and spinning the ball in his left hand near the midcourt Cardinal Beak logo. 6 to shoot. It's Burton from the right wing outside the perimeter. Hands it off to Javon Hanna. Free throw line left. Fading away shot. Rattles out. Rebound Gorosito. And here goes Ball State left to right in transition. Surging forward. Gorosito pumps the brakes and flips it to Pearson, who then hands it to Watts. Ball State averages 76 points per game, held to just 66 last time against NIU on the road in DeKalb. Right wing kick out, Pearson straight out three-pointer, swish home. Mickey Pearson gives Ball State its first 3 and a 5-2 advantage, 18-15 first half.
Well, Mickey has been lights out in MAC play from deep, now 10 of 25.
That has upped his percentage to 30% on the season from distance. Western Michigan has Hanna from the left wing. Fathill guards him. And a flip to Donovan Williams, the graduate student from Rockford, Illinois. Facilitates on the baseline left to Strickland. 11.5 points per game for Strickland. Out to Hanna, left corner 3 with 5 to shoot. Misses badly short. And Pearson secures Ball State's defensive rebound. Up to Hill, sidestep, smooth move off the backboard and rolls out, but draws a foul. Hill to the free throw line right, where Ball State was, let's be honest, not good against NIU last time out, under 50%.
Yeah, and I mean, this is going to be interesting because Fathill going right back to a place where he mightily struggled against Northern Illinois, just 3 of 10. And Mick, we talked about it, how mental the free throw game is. We saw it with Quarren McPherson going 1 for 10. Yeah. It just gets in your head. So, boy, it'd be nice to see Jamari hit a couple.
Here's Hill, free throw line right and misses short. 5-2, Ball State's ahead, 17:46 to go here in the first half. Yeah, that 1-for-10 start for McPherson, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
I mean, I liken it. I was telling people like the yips in golf for when Steve Sachs couldn't throw it to first base.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 bad misses there by Fat, both short. That one way left.
Yeah, now Willis with the rebound for Western Michigan, trailing by a bucket. Broncos are in the road brown uniforms with the gold numbers. Ball State's in the home whites with the red trims down the side. In the right corner, it's Williams who dives down to the baseline left. Pearson cuts him off. Sparks helps in the double team, pops the ball free. Sparks hits the floor, throws it, and Hannah takes it back for the Broncos. Straightaway three-point ball from Willis Jr. rims out, and there's Sparks to collect for Ball State. 5-2 Cardinals advantage, approaching 3 minutes off the first half clock. And Hill receives a screen from Sparks. Kick out corner left to Gorosito. Stop, pop, three-point ball, rolls around and out. And the ball loose to Willis Jr. And off goes Western Michigan, surging into the front court, tumbling forward, off to Williams, puts it off the deck, and the window and home for 2 and a foul.
Well, that's an example of how the Broncos like to get it and run. I mean, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. DJ Stevens played for Tom Izzo, coached under him.
For only 19 years, learned a thing or two.
Rebounding and running and getting out on misses, and that's what DJ has instilled here.
Western Michigan trying to tie to the free throw line, and Williams does exactly that. Converts to the and one. It's 5-5, 17 minutes to go first half. Here's Watts, a casual left-hand dribble, flips it to Fat Hill. Right in front of Coach.
Time for Peyton Sparks to go to work, Mick. It is right time for Peyton Sparks to go to work, Mick. It is right now.
Sulaka, the redshirt freshman from Macomb, Michigan. Only 2.5 points, 2.5 rebounds per game for him. Sparks checks out. And now in comes Ben Hendricks, who's only played 6 minutes a game in the last 3 games.
Yeah, you got the media timeout coming up at 26 seconds, so buy him a little extra rest.
Inbounds pass to Hannah, right-hand flick drops out. Hill skies for Ball State's rebound. 7-5, Cards lead, approaching 16 to go first half. Pearson left wing, already has 1-3. Second attempt rolls around and out. And a rebound for Sulaka of Western Michigan. Up to Williams, driving baseline left. Once Gorosito takes a seat and draws a charge. Much to the happiness of the coaching staff and Ball State's bench.
I tell you, that was a great job of anticipating that time by Gorosito. Definitely was set. And the half-court defense right now, Mick, has really been paying dividends for the Cards. Western just 2 of 7, forcing tough, contested shots. They're not fouling.
And it's a 7-5 Ball State lead as we climb towards 16 minutes to go in the second half. It's Watts the handoff to Gorosito. Had 4 threes last game on the road to Watts, who stands in the left wing. Receives a screen from Hendricks. Curls off that. Kick out Gorosito from the right wing. Hendricks calling for it. Burton picks him up on the baseline right. 7 to shoot. It's Gorosito. Pulls up at the free throw line right and throws it away. Intended for Hendricks. And that is the second Ball State turnover. Under 16 media timeout. 15:42 to go in the first half. Ball State with a 7-5 advantage. And check out revitalize-med-spa.com. If you're tired of your fringe looking so good without a filter and you want to check out Muncie's premier destination for skin rejuvenation, schedule your free consultation with highly trained professionals. Claim your Ball State $25 discount. Check out revitalize-med-spa.com. Broncos ball when we return on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey Cardinal fans, it's women's head basketball coach Brady Sally here to talk about my friends at Gill Brothers Furniture. Let Richard Gill and his staff make your house a home just like he's done mine. He's a proud sponsor of Ball State Athletics. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson, and visit them online at gilbros.com. Ask about the Ball State discount.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptonin.com. At munciesweets.hamptonin.com.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Pride Mark Student Athlete of the Week brought to you in part by Pride Mark Construction. Excellence in the highest standards of quality, the focus of Pride Mark. Supporters of Ball State and the Muncie community. It's Alex Richard from women's basketball helping lead the Cardinal squad to an 8-0 Mid-American Conference record. They have won 10 straight, and the women's basketball team plays tomorrow and Saturday at home. Tomorrow is against Ohio on the road in Athens. Women's basketball team is on a complete tear right now, into the number 50 spot in the net rankings, highest they've ever been.
Yeah, I tell you what, they're just playing incredible basketball. So fun to watch. You know, it was a nice bonus at Northern Illinois Saturday, getting a chance to see the women in action. And I tell you, Allie Becky, I just
right.
love watching her play. And the one thing I noticed about Allie Becky, I mean,
so Western Michigan inbounds on the baseline left in a 7-5 Ball State lead. Inbounds pass to Max Burton, the 6'10", redshirt sophomore from Williamston, Michigan. Kick out to the newly inserted Brandon Moontu, redshirt junior from Alberta, Canada. Dish off to Strickland, free throw line left. 7 to shoot, Burton has it. Hendricks picks him up. Out to Strickland, right wing, 3 to shoot, lets a 3 loose and banks it in. Coach Lewis throws his hands to his side and says, what else can we do, as the Broncos take an 8-7 lead 5 minutes in.
That's only his 6th made 3 all year. Now 6 for 20 on the season, 26%.
Yeah, under 30% there as Hill misses way short on an air ball. Baseline right, pickup from Hendricks. Right wing three-point ball attempt from Watts, leaves it short. Moontu taps it out of bounds right in front of us right. And it stays Ball State possession off the Western Michigan guard. Don't know if he needed to try and touch that. It looked like it was last touched by Hendricks, but Moontu thought he had to go get it.
It really was. And Peyton Sparks going to come in now for Ben Hendricks. And Western Michigan going to their bench as well. Suri Lewis only averages 8 minutes a game.
Redshirt sophomore to Chicago, Illinois, with no Owen Lobsinger. The bench depth will be tested today for the Broncos. Watts gives it to Sparks, the baseline right, who forces his way in, but Lewis picks it up. Give off to Willis. Western Michigan pushes out to the right wing. It's Williams from distance. Clanks out short, hops over the backboard. It's Ball State basketball, baseline left, trailing 8-7 with 14:30 first half.
So that's one of those examples. Michael Lewis talked to you about it. If they could shoot it better, Willis would be averaging 9 assists. That was a dynamite pass. Found the open shooter in transition and just couldn't knock it in.
Problem is Western Michigan shoots at 27% from 3.
Yeah, dead last in Mid-American Conference play.
And 355th out of 364 teams in the country. Left to right, Ball State moves it. Jeremiah Hernandez just checked in. He facilitates to Hill, the right wing. Pearson sets the screen. Hill's in trouble, picks up his dribble, gives off to Hernandez. 6 to shoot. Hernandez corner left to Watts, feeds Sparks, goes for the dunk, and is fouled from behind by Lewis. Sparks heads to the free throw line for 2 shots as Ball State trails at 8-7. 14:05 first half.
You just got to go there, Mick, and take advantage of that matchup. Great job of spacing. Nice entry that time by Britton Watts. And now you got to make the free throws.
Ball State's 0 for 2 from the free throw line, 1 for 5 from 3, and just 3 for 8 from the field. Western Michigan basically on par with those numbers that Ball State's posted as Sparks' first free throw rattles down.
Mick, did you talk to Peyton about the purple sneakers because he brought him back out here. That's 2 games in a row.
I meant to. It's good for the road trip to Buffalo. We'll spend 5 days with the men's basketball team, Buffalo and Akron. So good call, though.
To text or hit Mick up in your DMs. Any question, he'll be with the team for 5 days in a row.
Any questions a little loose there as Sparks hits the second free throw.
Good point.
9-8, Ball State's in front with 14 minutes to go in the first half. I'll answer questions, though. Always feel free to hit me on social media. Here's Willis Jr., curls off a screen, back to Moontu, straight out three-pointer for the left. He rattles around, touches the rim twice, bounces into Hernandez's lap, and Ball State goes left to right. In transition, Cardinals give it to Hill, who races toward the free throw line. Right, off to Watts, baseline right, stuck into 2 defenders, and wheels it back to Hill. Willis all over Hill, kick out Hernandez, wide open right wing 3, bounces out. Hill skies for the rebound, off glass, rolls one home and in.
Well, that was all Jamari Hill. Got to the paint, kick out, nice pass. Hernandez missed it. Hill there for the second chance points.
11-8, Ball State's in front, approaching 13 to go here in the first half. Willis on the left wing, gives off to Hanna. He goes back and forth until they throw it to Strickland on the right wing. In front of Ball State's bench, Strickland drives to a double team. Jones blocks him and also fouls him. That is Ball State's third team foul. Cardinals lead at 11-8 with 13:04 here in the first half. Hey, check out Gill Brothers Furniture and Mattress to make your house a home. Proud sponsor of Ball State basketball. Gill Brothers makes great living affordable. 2 convenient locations in Muncie and Anderson. See us online at gillbros.com. So it was in the act of shooting. Strickland to the free throw line left, where he is a dismal 51%. Sinks his first free throw. 37 of 71 attempts this year for Markai Strickland at the free throw line.
Yeah, definitely not a strength of his, but man, is he athletic. 6'8", just super strong. Spent a couple years at St. Louis. Didn't really play that much. Transferred to Western Michigan, and they're glad to have him.
He hits both free throws. His field goal percentage is the same as his free throw percentage. That shows you how athletic he is when he gets to the rim. It's part of the reason Western Michigan's one of the top teams in the country at driving to the rim. He's a big part of that. 11-10, Ball State leads it. 13 to go first half. Here's Hill, facilitates to Sparks. Baseline right, he travels. He travels before the shot was made, and Ball State turns it over for the third time today.
Well, that's a shame because that would have been Jamari Hill's second assist. Another great pass.
Trying to involve Sparks early in this matchup against Burton and company. Burton has it for Western Michigan, top the key. Hands it off to E.J. Rhines, a true freshman from Grand Rapids, Michigan, who just checked in. Burton baseline left, backing down Sparks. Off to Williams, left wing, fakes a 3, drives baseline left with 10 to shoot. Over top Jones, and hits it in the backboard, and it drops in. 12-11, Western Michigan's back in front. 12.5 minutes to go first half. Here goes Hill, baseline right, up and under, misses. Sparks the rebound, stuck through 2 defenders. He's blocked, and then Sparks whacks it out of bounds on the baseline right, so it is Western Michigan possession, leading Ball State 12-11 with 12:15 to go first half.
Well, right now, Mick, Cardinals beating the Broncos at their own game. Cards with 5 offensive rebounds. Now they've only turned that into 4 second chance points, but they're getting plenty of second chances.
That'll start to even out, right? If they get that many offensive rebounds, those buckets will start going.
Yeah, especially Sparks.
Burton hands it off to Hanna. Hanna curls off the screen, free throw line left. Facilitates the corner. Here's Moontu from 3, and he buries it. Western Michigan hits a 3 to take a 15-11 lead with 12 minutes to go in the first half. The Broncos now 2 for 6 from 3.
That's what Moontu does. 40 of his 59 field goals in his career are threes.
Here's Pearson from the left wing, fakes a 3, then gives off to Gorosito. He launches, straight out three-pointer, clanks out left, and Moontu the defensive rebound for Western Michigan. 15-11, Broncos lead, 11.5 to go first half. A curl-off screen, top of the key from Rhines, gives it back to Williams, who dives toward the rim, baseline left, misses the scoop. Sparks holds down Ball State's rebound. It's 4-on-4. Cardinals go left to right. Pearson gives back to Gorosito, and then to Hill, left wing, down to Sparks. Baseline right, triple team, gets through it anyway, puts it in and one. Sparks fought through the contact, and he's going to the free throw line when we come back for a chance for a three-point play. 15-11, Western Michigan holds a 2-point lead with 11:09 to go here in the first half. Hey, when the game takes you on the road, we're there. Check into the Courtyard Muncie at Horizon Convention Center. You will find everything you need to transform your visit into a super relaxing getaway. Book online today at Marriott.com. That's Marriott.com in the Courtyard Muncie at Horizon Convention Center. Cards down 2. Sparks at the free throw line next on the Gamebridge Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey, Ball State. This is Voice of the Cardinals, Mick Tidrow. Ball State Financial is your hometown credit union. It's the only place to get a free Dancing Charlie Cardinal-themed debit card. I opened up an account last year and absolutely love it. New customers also get free Ball State gear when they open up an account. Visit fcfcu.com/chirp for more info. That's fcfcu.com/chirp. Go Cards.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
New year, new ways to save at Peterman Brothers with $1,500 off a new heating and cooling system. And no interest financing up to 36 months. You can even get a tax credit of up to $2,000 for select systems. And save even more with a membership. Just ask about our Peterman Protection Club. If you're ready to save big in 2025, just visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
Peterman Brothers, where great service runs in the family.
At Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, every dish is ordered using one of the freshest, finest ingredients. Visit Mancino's in Muncie, Indiana, 4116 West Bethel Avenue, and stop by Mancino's Sweet Shop right next door. Western Michigan 15, Ball State 13, 11:09 to go here in the first half. E, what do you want to see different from Ball State here?
Well, look, they're getting good looks, Mick. They're 1 of 7 from 3. It's like deja vu all over again, right? I mean, you can't fault the opportunities. Just got to start making some of these. I think the half-court defense has been terrific. The rebounding is good. Carr's just shooting 35%, not making those ones they would typically make.
Ball State trailing Western Michigan 15-13. 11:10 to go here in the first half. Joey Hart checks in for the first time today for Ball State. Peyton Sparks to the free throw line right. It's Hart, Sparks, Pearson, Hill, Gorcito, the 5 on the floor for the Cards. E.J. Ryans, Strickland, Hanna, Burton, and Williams on the floor for Western Michigan. Here's Sparks, buries it, converts on the three-point play, and Ball State pulls within 1, 15-14 as we approach 11 to go first half. It's a pretty amped up crowd in the student section. It's dance marathon night, so Coach Lewis did a promo and tried to help out Dance Marathon. I think he said for every student he was donating $1 to Dance Marathon on campus this year. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Western Michigan up 1 with Hanna on the baseline left, a flick of the right wrist, and a swish home 5 feet out for last year's Max 6th Man of the Year. 17-14, Broncos ahead, 10:40 first half. Mickey Pearson from the left wing trying to continue his hot stretch. He has a 3 made today already as Hill drives toward the baseline right, draws a foul. And this one's on Strickland.
You know, that tells you how Strickland is a defensive weapon, right? So far tonight, I've seen him guard Ethan Britton-Watts, Mickey Pearson, and Jamari Hill. So at 6'8", you know, Dwayne Stevens not afraid to put him on different players.
Baseline right, Hill throws it in for Gorcito, curls off a screen, whips it back to Hill. Gorcito lofts it for Pearson, holds the ball on his head.
Got to go to Peyton here.
And Sparks is calling for it down there. Cross-court passing from Ball State, 5 seconds to shoot. The ball curls toward midcourt. Hill has 3, down to 2, down to 1. Hill loses control, and that's it. Shot clock violation. Ball State turns it over for the 5th time, trailing Western Michigan 17-14 with 10-11 first half.
Yeah, I mean, the Cardinals had an opportunity when Peyton was guarded one-on-one by Michael Sulaka, the freshman, and just unable to get it in there. You got to make that entry, Mick.
Sparks today, 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 minutes of work. 3 of 3 from the free throw line as well. Here's Chauncey Willis Jr., team best, 15.5 points per game so far tonight. 0 of 1 shooting. He quickly changes that at the elbow left. A quick 2-point jumper to make it a 5-point game. He's so good off the bounce.
Yeah, he really is, and that's his first bucket. Britton Watts has done a pretty good job on him.
Watts now guarded by Willis on this side of the floor. On the right end, Ball State down 19-14 inside 10 to go first half. Here is Hill, free throw line, pulls up jumper well short. Williams snatches the defensive rebound. And here goes Western Michigan. Strickland into the front court, back to Willis. Looked left, there was nobody there, and so he rolls back out on the right wing. Now throws it to Hand on the left wing. It's almost like he was anticipating a teammate to be right next to him. Hanna stuck on the left wing, 10 to shoot. Williams double teamed in the corner. Now Watts backs off. Off to